Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and today, man oh man, do I have something special for all of us. I went to DD's Discounts. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's like, oh, totally. That store. Was looking for the bat plane that's on discount there. Came home with a powerful working machine. Cost me $10. I didn't want to leave empty-handed, and this thing looked cool. I was like, oh, for $10, let's see. And I got a lot of cool feedback on old shovel truck here. Or I was saying it in my head like Matt Damon, like shovel truck. It's got 3 shapes. It's quick change, 6-in-1. You're supposed to be able to build a Devastator. I've heard lots of stories, people saying the only 3 are out, all of them are out, get them off of AliExpress, yada yada. I guess there are 2 showing up at DD's, so if I find the other one, we'll do another video. But at least the instructions for how to transform him or how to shape him is all on the back. And in kind of figuring out that, yes, you can have all these robots and make Devastator, of which you can't call him Devastator. We'll call him Demonstrator, right? That's a little bit more fitting for this type of robot. But again, like I said, I've heard good things, and it looks like a decent robot. And for $10, I'm not expecting much. I'm just expecting to have a little fun. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new DD's, even though these have been out for a while apparently, the powerful working machines shovel truck. All right, we'll just keep this quick. Here's everything taken out of the packaging. And if you have a Transformers collection, this will go fine in your Transformers collection. I'm not joking. It's totally cool. He comes with a blaster. It's all black. It's just plastic. It's well sculpted. It has a screw in there, so that's what's keeping it together. But it's a cool enough looking blaster, straight out of Transformers, right? If you have a blast effect like from Scorponok, unfortunately that's not going to fit. It's just a little bit too small for the porthole on that, so it'll fall right out. But you can figure out something. He also comes with a Snipertron sword, something like that. It's a sword. I guess if you pull it apart, it's more of a sword in that way, and then if you build the Demonstrator, yeah, you can use it for some kind of weapon for him. Let's just say this. Like with Hasbro, usually you can combine the weapons. Sometimes this is the best we're getting. So you get a gun sword. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. That's kind of cool. I'm just saying it's not crazy, but it's cool. But here's the thing. You can have him hold his various weapons and such. As I'll show you with the articulation. You're not going to get a whole heck of a lot of articulation out of this guy. He's kind of like old school 80s G1 with that modern flair, if that makes any sense. And I'll tell you, if you're interested in this figure, get him, because it's not bad at all. It's really not. For $10, it's not bad. I wasn't expecting a whole heck of a lot. He does have a little heft, but it definitely has that feel of, let's say, a swap meet knockoff, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? But more of a higher quality, if that makes any sense. So he's in between. He's pretty cool overall. I dig him. It's something about the purple with that yellowish orange. You got the black of the tires. You got decent paint. There's some silver here and there. And at least he's not falling apart and everything else. So yeah, it's well made for a $10 figure that I found at a random discount store called DD's Discounts. On the back, his shovel right here, I kind of have it going backwards like this. I think it looks better, although the box says to have it facing forward. I think it looks cooler going back, but you can figure out what you like. The head, you get plenty of articulation there. He also has some red light piping, so his eyes will glow red in the light. That's a nice touch. Pretty decent articulation. It's not just, oh, it's up and down and everything else. So there is some moderately good articulation to this guy. He is just kind of solid but janky, if anything, right? We're not getting rid of Hasbro anytime soon. We'll just say that, nor Takara. But hey, at least it's something. And like I said, if you fit him in with your Transformers collection, none will be the wiser. He has nothing at the waist, and with modern Transformers, you can typically move those flappy bits up around the crotch. That's not going to happen here, although he has an upper leg, and then he has a knee that only goes so much, just FYI. But the feet are kind of the real travesty here. Because he's kind of back heavy, the feet are a little bit looser than you would like, so he's always going to be falling backwards. And that's where the articulation and having him posed out and everything else becomes limited because of the feet and how the knees are and everything else. So like I said, be thankful for more modernish Transformers these days. Although he's as tall as a Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. So one of these is 90, like the Optimus Prime here. Yes, he's around the same height. And then you have Onyx Prime, which was, what, 60, 65. He's, of course, shorter. But regardless, he's just a cool bot. For $10, this is what you're getting, and it's totally worth it. To transform him, I'm embarrassed to say it took me a lot longer than it probably should have. And that's where kind of the jank comes in. Also, there's a little bit of weapon storage, quote unquote. It fits in there, as long as you don't throw the thing around. But yeah, at least you can fit the blaster. You're not going to be fitting the sword anytime soon. All the wheels rotate, so that's cool. But in the transformation mode, they have pegs and such, but you're kind of forcing it half the time, I feel like. Like, it matches, but you kind of have to work your way around it. And plus, you got a sticker you have to take off, as with most Hasbro Takara Transformers, right? And then you got the residue. But all in all, if I'm being honest, the shovel works, the tires rotate. He looks pretty solid in vehicle and robot mode, but it's just in setting it on the shelf and then looking at it from afar. When you feel it, when you move it around, you get the idea. You go, oh, okay, yeah, this is like a swap meets, but a little bit finer quality. Not high end by any means, but it's of the upper echelon of swap meet toys. And then he has his third mode, which is a foot for the demonstrator robot. So that's cool. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is the most solid of the three shapes, as they're calling it. So that totally works. And then if you notice, that's a pretty big leg. So if, in fact, you can build this whole robot out, yeah, I mean, just in that sense, he's almost as tall as the Studio Series 86 Prime, and you can see him up against the regular Devastator. So Demonstrator would be definitely taller than Devastator. So yes, I'm going to say this. If for some reason, if this video does well, if you share it around, if people watch it, and then you get some sort of YouTube ad revenue, I'll go on eBay, because I think one of them's on there, and I'll buy the other one, and we'll do another video, and we'll see how it kind of measures up, because this is just kind of fascinating. And like I said, I was not particularly aware of this, because when I posted it, unbeknownst to me, this has been out for years and years now. I can't honestly say I go to DD's a lot, but been going there trying to find that old bat plane. Let me know if you've found it as well. But this was a great find. This was fun. This was something where it's not like, oh God, what have I done? But for $10, heck yeah, if you can add these to your Transformers collection, might as well go ahead. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.